afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today for Meet the Future Work Hero Award winner, Kimberly Crawford. Kimberly, thank you for joining us. If you could give a little bit about yourself.
Sure. My name is Kimberly Crawford. I'm the Director of HR at Southeast Mississippi Rural Health Initiative here in Southeast Mississippi. We are a federally qualified health center where our mission is to provide quality primary and preventative health services for the communities we serve. My role as the HR Director is to manage the employee experience from beginning to end and everything in between.
Thank you. And then I am the isolved Customer and Reputation Manager here at isolved. I'll be your host today. And we also have Amberly Dressler here with us. Amberly, if you could introduce yourself.
Yes, thanks so much, Paige. I lead the brand and content strategy team here at isolved, which includes the People Heroes program that Paige runs. And so we're very excited to be here to spotlight one of our People Heroes, Kimberly.
Wonderful. And before we get started, Kimberly, do you mind sharing what you do and sharing the mission of Southeast Mississippi Rural Health Initiative?
So yes, so ultimately our mission is to provide quality primary and preventative health care without pay or income being a barrier to access. I am in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, but we have 17 locations throughout the Southeast. My role as the HR Director is to support all 280 of our employees that are as far as an hour and a half away from where our home location is. So that is the entire employee experience from onboarding to offboarding, employee relations, time card management. We do it all.
Kimberly, it was so great to hear more about the important work your organization does. When we were in person just, a couple months ago now at isolved Connect in Nashville. Before we get started in sharing your story, can you share a little bit about your experience when you were on site in Nashville?
Absolutely. So Nashville was my second Connect conference. So I did pretty much know what to expect, but the difference with Nashville, besides it being a different location, it was an amazing experience. As usual, there was plenty of learning opportunities. As a user myself, I like to do things myself. So I love to learn and to be able to come back to my team and show them how to really do things in isolved on their own, and again, enhance that employee experience. If we know what we're doing, we're able to also inform our employees to ease their work life as well. But overall, it was an amazing experience with both meeting you guys in person and learning so much.
It was wonderful to learn from you too, as well as our other customers and partners. Before we end today, we do have an exciting announcement about Connect for next year. And then before we get into your story a little bit more, Kimberly, will we see you in sunny Palm Desert, California next year at isolved Connect? No pressure.
No, absolutely. We will be there 100%. There's no way that I wouldn't be there. I can also add, just being able to talk to the experts about real-time issues is reason in itself to go.
And while you were there at Connect, we had the honor of naming you the first ever recipient of the Future of Work People Heroes Award. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and so it truly was awesome to award you with that first Future of Work People Heroes Award. To win, the judges wanted to see a few things. They wanted to see a company that's taking the next best step to provide a good employee experience on that journey toward the future of work, which is today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, and so on. So Southeast Mississippi Rural Health Initiative embodies that spirit, making incremental changes to improve the employee experience and advance toward the future of work. And so you've evaluated the next best step for you so many times along the way with such impactful results. So we're very pleased to have awarded you that award and also chat with that today. And so your team moved away from having HR being ticket takers to providing a more modern self-experience and just a more strategic part of the business, which it's been great to learn more about And so we want to talk through some of the ways that you've saved your business time and money and just so many efficiencies that we were just blown away by. The judges were, and I am. I know Paige is, and I know everyone else will be today as well. So Kimberly, if you can walk us through a few of the ways that you have to help your HR department become more efficient and just really modernize those operations.
Absolutely. So my first example would be just for how we do our schedules. Each healthcare clinic has unique hours. We have certain employees that have unique schedules based on whether it's an accommodation or just a home life issue, and they work a reduced schedule. So we ended up having dozens and dozens of different shifts across multiple locations. And just adding those shifts it was probably days, if not weeks, of HR manpower that we were spending in previous years. And utilizing the scheduler and iSolved allowed us to just upload those schedules one time. So when an employee is onboarded, that meant that we were adding that shift and never having to touch it again. We were previously doing it every year. And then also just trying to go as paperless as much as possible. We aren't quite 100% paperless. That is a hard thing to let go of. But just moving towards that, we have started with the onboarding experience. We no longer have to wait for an employee to come in the building to complete an I-9 form or to have them set up their direct deposit. They can do all of that virtually before they even step in the door. And we are working to going even more paperless when it comes to our employee orientations with using the iSolved University. We're going to be able to upload our courses and do our quizzes and tests in there and not print because they will all be online, which is what we're looking forward to in 2023.
Wow, that is awesome. And with 2022 closing, how do you expect to take things to the next level in 2023? What is on your HR radar?
So starting with employee buy-in, our employees have been pretty used to coming to HR with the smaller items instead of doing it on their own. So we are using our Christmas breakfast, for example, as a way to roll out new changes. The adaptive employee experience is one thing that we will be showing them how to use so that as we are in our open enrollment period, we hopefully will not have so many barriers of people enrolling and, of course, HR or finance department having to track down people that haven't completed their open enrollment.
Just so many steps you've taken, Kimberly, to modernize that employee experience. I love the example of onboarding in that, in our consumer lives, we don't expect to fill out anything practically on paper, right? And it just adds that level of a good experience on day one with your new onboarding processes. So congratulations there. When you look back at this year, what do you think some of the biggest achievements your HR department has had? And particularly, are there any areas that you accomplished with iSolved as well?
I would say communication. Again, employee buy-in is so important. So my department, I think, has excelled in not only relaying the information to our employees, but make sure that they truly understand. Sometimes we have fallen in the trap of, we just assume that they know how to change their W-4, but do they really know? So developing those help documents or sending out multiple emails and picking up the phone, talking to our employees to make sure that they truly understand is what I think that we've really done well.
Wonderful. And as you look ahead, any advice for yourself, your future self, or any other people heroes, or anyone considering some of the either improvements that you've made, or maybe considering iSolved or both?
Oh, sure. So I do think that if something doesn't work the first time around, or maybe the message is missed initially, to go back, tweak it a little bit, revise, and try it again. I have found that just because an item or a product wasn't well reviewed the first go around doesn't mean that it's necessarily a fail. You just may have to make some adjustments. And then when it comes to iSolved, you guys are amazing at helping your clients do that. We have had issues with let's just say employees punching on a mobile device. We have multiple options to be able to make that happen for our employees. It can be the geolocations or IP restrictions. We've had some bumps in the road with, rolling out new products and services, but to be able to go back, talk to an iSolved representative and say, this isn't working, this is how we want it to work. You guys have truly excelled in, as a client, making it a product that works for us.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to hear that. Not surprised. Our team is very helpful and want to enable our customers, employees to be able to use the products very effectively and efficiently. But we do pride ourselves on them being very intuitive and easy to use, like for that modern consumer experience. So very, very happy to hear all of that. And as we wrap up today, we do have a big announcement for Connect for 2023. Drum roll, please. Is that we will be opening the nominations for our 2023 People Heroes Awards. So if you're interested in it, or a peer maybe deserves to be recognized, please nominate Hannah Lideker, our amazing social media manager. Will put the comments in the link in the comments rather. And Kimberly, just congratulations again. We are so very honored to be able to award you the first Future of Work Award, because you've taken all those next best steps for your organization to improve the employee experience and to just keep investing in the future of work. So thank you so much, Kimberly. And thank you, Paige, for being able to highlight our people heroes the way that we're able to.
Thank you.